Hi guys, how's everybody?
Welcome back.
It's been a bit longer since our last stream because we kind of bumbled it up with Zach coming on Friday and no Tuesday stream, so it's been a little longer than 2 weeks. Hope you didn't forget about us.
Well, we're back on schedule, and today we don't have anything big planned, except we have some really amazing new faces to join us today on League of Mayhem. So from the usual suspects, we have Rachel and Tiff.
Hello.
And joining us for the first time is Saggy Melons.
Hello.
Jessica. And the infamous Batman fan herself, Sabrina.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you, everyone?
Good. How are you guys?
It's been okay. I started a new job, actually.
Oh, really? What were you doing? What's the job?
Well, now I work for an insurance company, but it's been I've been there for 2 days, so it's more of a team building at the moment, more than anything else. But I kind of escaped hospitality, so I feel quite good about that.
I was gonna say it's got to be better than the last one.
You know what? It's just the thing. I know there are people who really enjoy working in hospitality, and no offense to that, because that job was lifesaver for me at the time, but it was time to move on. So I was
you have to find something you're happy with, even if it's not forever. You don't want to go to a job and feel miserable every time you go.
Exactly.
Right.
Pretty much.
Which was pretty much how you were feeling when you came home. So.
Yeah, and the thing is, it wasn't even the people. I was lucky because I had a great boss and I had great people to work with. It was just the job itself. It was taxing,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Well, I'm glad you're in, a better place now and a better job and everything. I wish you the best of luck with it.
Thank you.
You're gonna kill it.
Yeah, we're trying to make this whole brand thing apparently here. So you guys got to pay up so I can also quit this job, I guess.
That's what I say all the time. Please, I don't want to go to work today. Please, hurry up.
Oh my God. Literally every morning.
Yeah. Can I just be a streamer?
It's a dream.
I know. Which was the stuff I find out people get paid for easily. I'm like, oh. I'm like, why can't I do that?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, since we have a whole new trio here, how about we have you girls introduce yourselves a little bit? So, Saggy, do you want to start?
Sure, I'll start. I'm Saggy Melons with the Z. For the love of God, we just talked about. Do not put anything but the Z at the end. It takes you to a dark corner of the internet that I really swear I did not know existed when I chose this name. So please, I apologize for anyone who messes it up. This was not intentional. But yeah, let's see. I started off doing gaming stuff, and I guess I just talk about things that I care about, things that anger me, things that excite me, and I guess you can consider me I do drama and commentary whenever I feel like it, and I do some Twitch streaming and stuff, and yeah.
Tell people off when they need it. Online.
What you playing right now, Saggy?
Right now I'm really big into Apex Legends. That's my big game that I play all the time, and I think Respawn Gaming's a really amazing company, so that's my game of choice right now.
Nice. Jess?
Yeah, I'm Jess. With it, or Jessica with a K. You don't have to get that right. It's not the end of the world, but I prefer if you did.
No, get it right.
It's gonna take us to a dodgy website, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, yes, because my full name, I'm not going to say it, but it's on my Twitter, but whatever. My full name with a C brings you to a really weird place on the internet, which is, I don't know why. But
You gotta go find that place.
I think eventually anything will take you to a weird place, but but yeah, I don't do any of them really interesting stuff that you just said. I don't do Twitch. I don't stream. I don't do anything fun. All I do is go on Twitter and just rant about whatever I'm really feeling about that day, and that's.
And
really brought
you're
me
getting
back to
moving
really-
with your new YouTube channel.
Yeah, you've got your Batman thing.
I mean, I do, I suppose, a little bit. Yeah, I suppose I do. I have a YouTube channel. It's very small, but it's the same. It's basically just my Twitter through video form.
You know, the
Amazing.
first time I saw you, noticed you on timeline was when you posted a video of how you impulse bought the jacket, the flannel jacket.
I still don't have it.
Still don't have.
Why is it still being shipped?
It's still being shipped. That jacket cost me so much money. Like,
How long ago did you buy it?
like a week or two after Snyder Cut came out. So it was like 2 months ago.
Well, by the time it'll get to you in time for a for what do you call it? For
Snyder
the next winter.
Yeah, exactly.
New Look are selling pink ones.
What did you say?
And
I said New Look are selling pink ones.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, and like I know it's not the same as the red one, but sure,
Yeah,
there can be a pink one.
Rachel, don't give me any ideas. Like, if I get the pink one, then I have to get the blue one.
Oh god. I mean, it is.
and there goes
Exactly. Like, this coat cost me so much money, and then I got to the end of the transaction, and then they were like, "Oh, you still have to ship it. Like it doesn't include shipping costs or like
Shipping
VAT."
costs.
I always forget that too. I always forget shipping costs. I'll be like, "Oh, this is cheap," and then you see the shipping. It's like, "Oh, wait a minute."
Yeah, because
like at the point
I'm
where
like, always hit add to cart, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, why is this so much? And I'm like, oh,
Cole
Yeah,
has
I
to
think
do
at the point when
shipping,
it's
like,
expensive.
so expensive to ship.
and it's so expensive. Like at that point, just wave away the shipping. Like, what is this? Like the companies do it. Just be nice. You know, I'm paying you a lot of money. Just ship it for free.
I don't know. I just think like every website should have the free shipping. Like, I know some websites have it, like if you spend over a certain amount, but like, I don't know. I'm just saying it would make everyone's life easier if it was free.
Except the people who
Yeah.
have to deliver our stuff.
Yeah,
They don't get paid anymore.
I know.
Yeah,
But they-
Jacob is right.
Oh,
Jacob is right.
No, it is a lot. It's very expensive to ship things, but yeah, I do agree. A lot of stuff like should be free, especially like if it's like in the same country. Like if it's international.
Oh my god, yeah.
But if it's in the same country,
the
like you gotta-
same or like the same state. Sometimes it'll be a ton of shipping and it'll be for someone. I'm like, I live in New Jersey, and all of a sudden it'll be like, so we're gonna charge you as if we're shipping out of Jersey. So like coming from 5 county. It's like, really?
Mm.
Well, here.
Not right. It's not right.
I'm
Or,
just
like,
going
I don't
through.
know.
I'm just going through some of the
So
comments. Hello, everyone.
before we go too far, we didn't let Sabrina introduce herself yet.
Oh god. Oh geez. Okay. I see. This reminds me of like college on your first day of class. Like I'm icebreakers and like. It gives me anxiety because I'm like, oh god, what do I say to sound interesting to people? But I don't know. I mean, like you guys make me feel comfortable, but still, it's just like introducing yourself. to people.
You're
It's, like,
obsessed with Batman. We know that.
Yeah. I mean, I've like loved him since I was a kid. But like, I had another Twitter which I use for like other things. Like it's like a personal Twitter now for when like the DCEU first started, and then I kind of like it got too much like having so many things at once, so I just made this separate account to focus on Batman and like comics and like anything like that. And like obviously I just did it just to have a free space to talk about Batman and how much I love him. And like I didn't think I'd meet so many like lovely, amazing people, and then just I don't know, it's great. Like I know like a lot of people always talk about how toxic the app and stuff can be, but like for the most part, like I haven't I've dealt with it here and there, but like the lovely people that like I'm friends with on there make it worth staying, and like that's enough for me, I don't know. I just wanted a place to talk about my interest because nobody I know in real life likes it. I'm sorry, what?
That's the curse when it comes to any sort of social interaction, but social media especially.
Yeah. I I don't know. I use it as an outlet because, like I said, I mean, I have like a lot of friends that like kind of like will watch the movies and stuff, but like, you know, really like the comics stuff like that. Like, I feel like more, I don't know, like a free out, like I have a free outlet to, you know, be like, oh my god, did you see what happened in this comic this week and stuff like that. And like, it's nice and like refreshing to have, you know, because like, I don't know, like a lot of my, you know, like my close friends are like, okay, we'll see this with you, or like, you know, we're trying to understand it because of how much you love it, but I don't know. Like I of course appreciate them for trying, but like, you know.
See, that's why I love online, even though online can be very toxic at times. But one thing I love about it is like, same with me. Like I was pretty much alone with my like obsession with anime when I was younger.
Yeah.
And a lot of people at school didn't really understand my love for like Sailor Moon and stuff.
Oh my
So
God.
I actually got lucky and I had a summer job working a paper route.
Oh wow.
And I met this girl who also worked for the same company. They'd pick us up in a van, you know, they'd drop us off to deliver papers. And she had a Sailor Moon bag. And I was like, oh my God. So we started talking about it. And then she introduced me to all her friends. But like now online, it's like now like that in real life doesn't happen too much anymore. You have to do it online. You have to find the groups and stuff.
I know.
It's so great to have that.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said,
also
like
it's more comfortable online. I'll talk to people in person, but half the time when I'm out and about in the world, I don't want to talk to anyone. I got headphones in. Don't talk to me.
yeah. I mean, like sometimes if I like meet someone and like, you know, I like you know, it's easy to talk to them. I'll like kind of like try to squeeze my way and be like, oh, are you into like comics stuff? Or like I'll like notice something to talk to someone. Like actually the other day when I was at work, I went on break and I was at like my like local bagel store, and like someone had they had an Iron Man tattoo and Spider-Man one. And I was like, oh my god, I was like, you're a Marvel fan? And like we started talking about Loki, and I was like, that made me really happy. He's like, you know, like something little like that. I don't know. I always love finding new people and friends to talk about, you know, the stuff.
Right.
Like I'll never.
Chelsea's in the chat. Chelsea, come hang out with us if you can. You're welcome to come here.
Please. Yeah, please do join us. But yeah, I don't know.
Join us.
It's great though, and like I said, I'm always like appreciative of like, you know, I've met like a lot of friends that like I said, growing up as like a girl who liked Batman, like a lot of people.
So, as a resident Batman expert, what can you tell me about this?
Oh, you're gonna love it.
I love that one for myself. I was in town, was it last Monday? And I was out hanging out with a friend, and I was like, I want to see if I can grab some Justice League Blu-rays. So I did, and then I was like, you know what? I also want to see like what's going on in the comic book store because I'm behind on all my graphic novels and my comic books. So I walked in there, and instead of buying what I'm behind on, of course I bought something that I didn't really get. So, you know, the usual.
That comic series is worth it. Worth it. I don't think you guys know what happens in that series, but like it blew up on the internet. It's
Batman Damned.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I know what happened.
I think we all know what happened. In that
yeah, like I remember the day that came out, like all my friends were like, "How do you feel?" I'm like, I'm living right now. Are you kidding?
But it's censored right now.
Yeah, now unless you got it during the first like week or so, anything after is censored.
Yeah,
for some bizarre reason
was uncensored, and then like, you know, they didn't obviously expect it to blow up the way it did, you know, on the internet. So then every copy after that they would censor it, and like that's boring.
Sabrina, I have to ask you a very important question.
Okay, go ahead.
Very, very important, and I really need you to think long and hard.
Okay.
Who is your favorite Batman?
Like in comics or live action?
Like in general, like who is your favorite like version of Batman? Of all the Batmans, who would you pick if one could live through a thing? Who would you pick to be the one only?
Do that to me. No. I'll go. I'll leave.
For me, that's easy. Like I'm almost, I don't consider myself on Sabrina's level. I'm like very close to Sabrina's level when it comes to Batman obsession and know-how. And I've watched every single Batman film maybe like 50 times. And I'm not saying it because I'm into the Snyderverse. I'm saying it because I just genuinely can never get over how good he is. It's always going to be Batfleck for me.
Oh.
Like, I used to think Christian Bale was the best, but then I saw Batfleck, and he made so much more sense, and he was able to do both sides of the duality of his personality, encompass things like his emotional trauma and his depression and everything, and it was like, it made so much more sense to me. I mean, we haven't seen Rob Pattinson yet, so you can't entirely say, but I think it'll always
I have 3 like main ones. I know it's like kind of cheating because you said 1, but like I just have like 3. I love, of course, I'll love all of them, but there's just like 3 specific ones that just like I have like a personal, even more personal connection to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, my first like original one will always be Adam West because when I was growing up, my dad showed me his show growing up, and like that's what my dad grew up on, and like that's what really introduced me to character. Like, of course, Batman the Animated Series existed. But my dad showed me Batman 66, and I just thought he was like the coolest thing ever. And like I was like, oh my god, I want to know more about him. And then that's when I picked up comics, and then learned more about like his story and everything about him. And then years later, before Batman Superman came out, I had a personal tragedy happen to me. My mom passed away, and I kind of like lost a lot of love for the things that kind of kept me going. And watching that movie, it just like it
brought it all back.
Yeah, because like it was like not that I stopped. I just was like I was just like in a bad dark place, and I was like I don't know anything that makes me happy right now. Like the things I love and that always made me happy. Like of course they got me through it, but like there were still days where I was like everything. I felt numb to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, like seeing Batman Superman for the first time, it's just like I remember bawling my eyes out, and I was just like, oh my god. I was like So, like, now I say, like, Batfleck's my Batman, too. But, like, he awakened, like, he reminded me how much I love Batman and the character. And, like, that's why, literally, with Zach, too, like, I love his movies. And, like, his movies literally helped me in such a dark time that, like, I joke around, but, like, I owe that man, like, everything. Because that helped me and, like I said, remind me of the character and, like, how much I loved comics. And, like, it just got me, like, on a better path than I was going through that tragedy, you know what I mean? Because, like, when you go through stuff like that, it's, like, very hard to kind of keep, like, find things that, like, not stay, kind of keep you happy. Because, like, everything, because you feel like your world's crashing around you. And, like,
it becomes like a lifeboat to keep your head above water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it literally happened, like, a year before, and, like, it reminded me, I was like, if it's, I don't care how corny it sounds, but, like, if Batman can get through, like, losing his parents, like, I can get through this. So, like, I kind of, like, look at him as, like, kind of like a savior. Like, I don't, like, I'm sorry, it's kind of corny, but, like, he is, though. Like, and, like, it got me a newfound love that I already, like, and deeper than I already had for him. So, like, now it's, like, he's literally my comfort character, and, like, that's when he really full-on became, like, everything to me. And, like, that's what, I guess the obsession got worse, and, like, not worse, but, like, more intense. Because, like, he was one of the things that kind of, like, made things okay. It was, like, oh, when I had a bad day, it's, like, okay, I'll read a Batman comic and I feel better, kind of thing. And,
100%.
I have to say Rob, too, though, now, because I'm just really excited for him. And, like, I don't know. I just saw the trailer, and, like, everything hearing with Matt Reeves talking about him, I just feel like he understands the character on, like, not that, like, anyone before that didn't, but, like, I always want to hear directors know the character I love the way I do. You know what I mean? Like, you want that kind of representation in movies, because you're like, when you read it, and, like, not every, I'm not talking about just directors, but, like, every, like, movie or show doesn't always get, like, everything about a certain character, because, like, they want to, like, also appeal to general audiences and stuff. But, like, I don't know. I just, like, I feel like with him, he's like, I don't give a shit. And, like, that's what I love. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I always want.
That's what I like about him, hearing him and Zach talk. And
oh, yeah.
that's why I'm like, if I read I have any hope for the, and that's why I'm actually kind of for it. I just think it's a missed opportunity not to that they're not saying that Rob's bat is a younger version's bat because they're so related. They could be the same person in two different timeline, in dims in their life.
Yeah, listen, Sabrina, I don't know how you did, because when my mom passed away, I avoided TV for a good month, because after that happened, I started watching TV and realized everything I was watching involved somebody's, the kids losing their parent, and I couldn't do it. I was sitting there in my head, I'm like, why have I not noticed that almost every TV show that I'm watching starts off with the origin story of somebody losing their parents? And
it wasn't. Sorry, my Wi-Fi just cut out randomly, but I'm all good now.
Did you just clone yourself? That was
no. My Wi-Fi's acting weird. I don't know why.
I was like, I'm seeing double, or I'm just going crazy. But yeah, no, I haven't honestly. I don't usually. I've gotten better with watching TV and having those incidents. So obviously, as time goes on, it's not that bad. But when I did watch the Snyder Cut and I saw that scene with Cyborg in the car with his mom and stuff and the whole thing, dude, I bawled. It got me. It got me good. It got me right in the feels. So I cried I think I cried. Oh my god, I think I cried twice, 3 times during that movie. It was bad. Stop making me feel things.
No, I bawled. I stayed up from 3 o'clock in the morning, 7, and I FaceTimed my boyfriend. I sobbed. I was like, this is this was worth the wait. You have no idea. I was like, this is everything. I was just completely and utterly satisfied, and he was like, you're so cute, crying. I was like, no, I was literally bawling. Because I was like, this is too perfect.
So you cried with just your boyfriend. I cried on a stream with a bunch of people watching. Oh, so God. that was even more awkward. I'm sitting there I got an ugly cry face.
I cried, so it's not that many people.
I don't have a pretty cry face either. That's even worse because I do not. How some girls, or people in general, they just have really bad, ugly cry face. You're like, oh, you got not a cute cry face. I have one of those not cute cry faces. Trust me. It's awful.
Oh my god.
And nobody told me that movie was going to have really, really sad parts that made me feel because no one warned me. So I'm sitting there watching it and bawling up. I'm like, I'm going to really be crying on screen right now. Okay, let's do it. And I'm just like,
I'm going to be honest with you. I expected that from Zach because Man of Steel made me bawl.
Mm-hmm.
Batman Superman still makes me bawl. I know it's what makes me cry in that, but a lot makes me cry. Like I said, the first time I watched it, I bawled because
I feel like moving forward, I'm gonna start the challenge for Zach and be like, I'm not gonna cry this time.
Did you cry during Army of the Dead?
Challenge accepted.
I did. That's what I mean. That's the challenge. I feel like I gotta stop setting myself up to cry here because I'm like, I don't want to cry. Stop making me feel. Okay, stop it.
I'm literally the same way. I'm like, all right, Zach. I'm like, I get it. You don't miss, but stop hitting me hard in the feels, man. Don't do this to me.
God, it's it's like Lion King all over again.
No, the thing is with ZSJL particularly, I remember when we were watching it and we got an early screener, right? And I remember when we turned it on and I literally started bawling right away. I was like, okay, so at this point, I don't even know if this is the movie that makes me emotional or the existence of that movie that makes me emotional. And I'm still not sure of it. But you know what? It doesn't matter because, it was the best thing ever.
At least by the time it came out, I was going to be a bit emotional. But when the first full trailer came out and I was decided at last second, you know what, first reaction show. And I turned on my camera and I had an idea I was going to cry. But I saw Ray Porter on the screen and I burst into tears and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I don't cry during anything.
Oh, that's how you know it's a good movie. It makes you cry.
I thought it was interesting though too, is having, met some of these people, having met Ray, both Rays and Zach and, even, we got to meet the ladies at Justice Con before the movie came out. So it was kind of seeing the movie was hey, we've talked to them and I've met that person. And now it's in the movie. I thought that was kind of cool and different too.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to Debbie before or after ZSJL came out? I'm not sure now.
I don't remember. I thought it was before because she was talking about you guys are going to
Army. after, I think. Maybe Amanda probably knows. We'll see what she says in the chat.
Amanda, did we talk to Debbie before or after? I think it was before. It was 2nd of March. Because it was a birthday present for Amanda when we told her.
I just want to say for the record, on record, if I ever happen to meet Ray Fisher or Zach or any, I'm going to look at them in the face and be like, listen, I have a reputation online to uphold. I'm going to need y'all to stop making me get emotional when I'm trying to do watch parties. I'm going to need you to tone the feelings down a little bit, get the acting to be a little bit worse. Do not make me feel for you, please, Ray Fisher. Stop with the good acting, making me cry for you. Thank you.
All right, let me text them right now. I'm going to send them the link.
Stop it.
I thought I had a lot of things to say until his face was right there, and I was like, I can't speak. There was a point where I was so happy that my name was there because I couldn't think of it. So I'm like, I wanted to say this, and then I was like, I can't say that.
When Ray Fisher got in that car, man,
ask him something.
My lips started.
Mom and also the scene with his dad, because it's like he was talking in one of those streams how there was times when he was like more cyborg, but then you could tell there were times when he was more human, and that was one of those times when he said "Dad, no," and he put his hand out. That was the more human side of him coming out.
Listen, when he got in that car and he realized Dad wasn't at that game, I felt the lip quivering. I was like, nope, no, crying. I was
You're like, no, I'm supposed to be a bad bitch.
Yes, I was like, no.
Like I said, I remember when Zach used to post, pictures of behind the scenes on Vero, and I was just like, oh god, I was like, if we ever get this, I was like, I'm gonna ball. I was like, I just know it. And then when I saw it, I was like, I freaking knew it. Like he has that way to just get you every time.
Yeah, he need to stop. I gotta rep. Listen. I wear leather. Okay, I'm clearly a bad girl, so I need to keep that persona up. So leather means tough over here, and you can't have no leather clad girl crying over movies.
It means tough or minky.
Both, but tough. Right now.
That face, yes.
Getting emotional now.
Oh no!
I'm gonna start crying.
What about you, Jess? What was your first reaction to Zia's jail?
Yeah, I mean, same as you. I wasn't sure if I was crying because of the movie or if I was crying because of the experience as a whole. I don't really. Well, I do. I cry at everything, but only at very certain.
You're like
things.
I can't front. I cry at everything.
Yeah, no,
I cry at everything. I don't even know why I'm pretending, but the bits I was crying at were they were I was surprised at how emotional I would get over tiny scenes. I don't know why, but I mean, every time Amy Adams came on the screen, I cried. Every single time.
That was literally me. I think I just it was just a roller coaster of emotions, probably because even the week and the hype of the week of too, and everything we fought for, and then it's fine. At that moment was finally worth it. Just just a ball, a roller coaster of emotions. It was too much.
It was insane. It was it was so intense for that whole 2-3 weeks before. It was my entire life. I didn't know what to do when it ended. I remember turning it off and then being or not turning it off it ended or whatever, and just being what is life now? What is the meaning of life after this? I don't know how to go on after this.
I
just turned it on again
already. It's been it's been already a couple months, and I miss it. It's been 3 months. Yeah. I literally would do anything to go flash forward to 3 months ago just to get that hype back. Because that feeling, I need that back.
It was it's nothing that I've ever experienced before. In terms of hype and
oh my god,
it just felt I don't know if you guys remember, but that 3 hours between that premiere that they had with Kevin Smith and the actual releasing of the movie was the weirdest 3 hours of my entire life. It was really intense and really crazy, but also really kind of quiet as well. The timeline was kind of dead, but everyone was just buzzing. Like, it was just such a weird feeling to be like waiting for this like movie, like that we were all going to watch like separately, but then like all the different, like, it was just weird. It was the weirdest experience ever.
I remember for us it was because we were watching it on the early premiere.
Oh my gosh.
League of Mayhem girls got the early access at the time, and it was late, and we were all waiting, and we were
whoever planned a movie premiere on the Ides of March should be hired.
Just remember the hourly countdowns, and it was like, it's going to happen 5 to midnight, 5 to 1 a.m., like 5 to 2. It was like, I'm giving up. And in a minute, like, I think Cole, one of you guys had set up a group chat, and everyone was just like in it, and we're like, oh, check. And then like one person said, oh my God, it's there. And that was it. Like, nobody was in that group chat. And then
suddenly quiet. Yeah, that's because I made that group chat, didn't I? Because we were like all waiting, and I just was like, you know what? Let's just make a group chat. Let's just chat.
It was like 4 a.m. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll join this. We're awake anyway.
Yeah, and we were just chatting. I don't even know who was in there anymore because that chat was literally active only for that night, and then it just went quiet. Because
I was waiting for you guys to leave so that I could leave, because so a few people were messaging, and I was like, I don't know them.
No, we left a few days.
Is it acceptable to leave the chat?
We left a few days later because Cole hates too many notifications and turns off everything.
See, the craziest part is I wasn't even like big into DC movies, and then when I met, Tiff and Enosh, the Poindexter Lounge, and they were like talking about this whole thing, and I'm just like, wait, what happened? And then they explained it to me, and I was like, wait, okay, yeah, sign me up. I'm game. Like, let's go. I'm a fighter. Like, I'm down for a movement for good things. Let's go. I'm ready. And after I finally saw the movie, because everyone was like, are you gonna watch it, Saggy? Are you gonna watch it? Because now you're part of this. And I was like, well, now I have to dedicate myself to a 4-hour movie now, don't I? All right, so here we go. And after I watched it, and it literally, I streamed it for 4 hours on Twitch, just streamed it. And after it was over, the first thing I said was like, well, mind you, I was crying while I said this. So again, we're just, I was just like, I understand now. I 100% understand what the fight was about. Because like coming in late, you kind of had an idea, but you didn't really understand until you saw that movie and it's like on completion, and you're like, I 100% understand. Like, I was at 90% understanding, 100% after that movie was done. And I was just like, this is why people are passionate about the entertainment that is put out there, because we see something that that has potential to be amazing. We want to see it, and then when we get it, it's like, yes, that was what I want. And now I'm like, I like DC movies again. I'm gonna have to go back and give them all a try. I started going back to watch all the movies that I skipped intentionally because I was like, another Superman, Batman movie. I don't care. Okay, now I'm gonna go back and watch them because now, like I said, the movie, like, people don't understand how much that movement in this movie really meant. It wasn't just like a small thing. It wasn't just a movie. There was a lot more. It got me into it. I'm more Marvel. I was more Marvel, but now I'm DC.
Get out! Sorry, you're fired. First day, you're fired. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Of my ways, Cole. I've seen the error. I am converted.
Good.
ACS brings up a good point when the credits hit. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
And we spoke to Allison, and it's like that hallelujah at the end. It's just like, to me, that was I cried throughout the entire thing. And I remember I was watching, it wasn't the first time I was watching, it was later on. And I was on a phone with my friend because she called me just by the end of the movie. She needed something. I was like, hold on a second. I need to cry for a bit. She goes, what are you crying over? I said, well, I'm not sure you're going to understand this, but end credits. But yeah,
Oh, I have not cried that much since The Lion King, and that's saying something. Like, that movie gave me Lion King vibes, and that's a real big deal when you remember watching Lion King, man.
Oh, yeah.
Especially since you were probably in diapers.
How old was I? I was not in diapers because I know I'm old, but I was not in diapers. I don't think. I do remember crying over Lion King. I was probably in pull-ups at 14. Don't judge me.
Aren't we the same age?
I don't know.
You're like 26 or something.
Oh, Cole, bless your heart. I love you. You just made my night. I'm about to be 36 this year.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes. I would not lie about being older. I would not lie about being older. I'm turning 36 in November. Yes.
I think you just blew Cole's mind and just
because I'm 28 and no one believes that.
I believe it.
So, like,
I'm 21.
I would believe you were 23 or 21. I would believe it. You look very young.
Rachel thought I was straight up lying to her when I told her how old I was. And you look so young. You look like you're the same. You're 28. You don't look like
I
you're
thought you were younger than me.
No, I'm old. I'm old.
I'm 28.
I should make you feel bad. I get mistaken for 12 all the time.
Listen, I work at a liquor store and I have to ID people all the time, and it's weird because I have to like explain sometimes because some of the young girls, they'll get mad at me for carding them. They're like, well, I'm like, listen, be mad when we don't card you. That's when I get upset. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm 36, and they're like, no, you're not. I'm like, yes, see, that's why I ID'd you because you had no idea who I was.
I get ID'd Nana and I go out places and she doesn't get ID'd, but I do. I get ID'd everywhere except the cinema. The cinema only stopped when I cut my hair because I used to wear my hair occasionally in pigtails because it was cute. And if I wore pigtails, all of a sudden it was, are you sure you can see a rated R movie? And it's like, I'm 23, you troglodyte.
Did the cinema still ID?
You know what? This actually reminds me. I went whenever there was like some sort of a day, I would try and like do something for work, like change something. Obviously, because we had uniforms, I couldn't do much. But I remember the first comic book day that I was here in the UK. I did like 2 pigtails, sort of like Harley kind of style thing. And then I was like, after work, that I'm going to buy myself wine. And I went to the liquor store and I brought the wine up, and the person behind the register, they were like, can I see your ID? And I wanted to like just make a joke. So I was like, are you kidding me? I was born in a country that doesn't exist anymore. Which is true. I was. But that's it's like it sounds cooler than when you say your age. So.
Which is funny because Nana has never really been ID'd in her country because she's been drinking since she was like a teenager.
Oh God!
Well, beer is cheaper than water there. We got to do it for the economic reasons, okay?
I
save the economy.
I hated turning 21 because everyone's like, oh, you're gonna go drink for when you're 21. I was like, I was drinking way before legal age, and now it's not fun because I can legally do it. So no, I'm not gonna go drink.
See, in that aspect, I was a bit of a baby because my mom was very against drinking. So I chose not to go out drinking on my 21st. But then when I turned 22, the next year, Nana and I had our first trip together because she had just moved to US to work as an au pair. We went to into New York City. We got an Airbnb for the weekend of my birthday, and that night after we went to the Radio Rockettes show, which it's like, for anyone who doesn't know, it's a Christmas show, and then they've got this sort of really fancy theater. Where Nana, she was explaining, in my country, we do a birthday drink. We're going to do this right. And she goes and she buys us each a glass of champagne. And here's me, maybe haven't had a sip of Bailey's my entire life. And I drank the champagne and got drunk immediately. At almost
find some pictures. You're going to love this.
but I was like completely ridiculous, and I remember how ridiculous I was. And at one point, these old ladies who were obviously out for a girls' night, and they turn around and they're like, shush. And And Nana's freaking out because I hadn't told her before I drank it that I'd never had champagne, so she would have started me off on something easier. But
I mean, champagne is easy. I got excited and wanted to get her drunk.
and then she goes, "I'm sorry, this is her first. That was the first alcoholic drink she ever had, really." And they were like, "Oh, you so cute!" Like they were suddenly so into it.
I mean, I've
It's
never
it's okay now.
drank, so I don't know. It's never been for me. Like me and my brother both don't drink. I have like no desire to either. I don't know. I mean, like I don't care that people do, like my friends do and stuff like that. But like, it doesn't bother me as long as like nobody like pressures that on me. Like you could do your thing, I could do my thing, and like I don't know.
I only like drinking occasionally, but
yeah, I'm a social drinker. I buy, because I work at a liquor store, so I buy a bunch of alcohol to try, but like 90% of the time, like most of the stuff I buy, it just sits there. So like I'll drink it if I go on like a trip or something, and like I'm a social drinker. But like, and another thing too is like, when you look back, like when I was young, I had to learn the hard way. Like there's a way to drink. There's a way to drink. If you know your tolerance, which unfortunately Cole didn't at the time.
What was the charm? Oh, by the way, I pulled up this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, that's
hey, but in my defense, I'm not the one who climbed into the love sign. That was you.
I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah, but I do these things when I'm sober. So
yeah, they had the radio show. If you got popcorn, they gave you those funny Christmas hats, and of course, like Nana and I, we travel a lot together now, and we're kind of like really big tourists, so we will buy the corny shit. We will buy the stupid shit.
Yeah. The corny. So you bought all the corny stuff when you're in New York?
Yeah.
No, for me, not really, because I've been to New York so many times. Like I live right next to it. I could drive in there tomorrow if I wanted to.
Yeah. See, like I think that's the thing for like anybody who lives in the state. You don't buy stuff if you live there, but if you take other people, then like you'll go places.
Well, like Nana, my first trip out of the country was to Czech Republic, and she forgot how fun Prague was until she was seeing it with me, because I was a tourist. And
I completely enjoyed Prague in a very different way when Cole was over than I would when I was there myself.
Yeah, that's great though.
Like, I live in Boston, and when people come visit me, like I've been to places. So
you live in Boston. You're gonna have us at your front door very soon.
I'm okay with that.
No, we love Salem. We are obsessed with Salem. We absolutely loved Boston. Like we need. So you can.
I want to go so bad.
Yeah, for me, like when people come to visit and they haven't been to Boston, or if they just come to visit, they don't know. It's more fun to be around people who've not been here, because it brings more excitement back. Because when you live here, it's like, I live here every day. I've seen all these things every day. It's not exciting. But when you see it from somebody else's eyes, it's like, yeah, let's go into downtown Boston. Let's get some
work. That's exactly how I feel about work. I don't know.
But I particularly enjoy one thing, and I am super, super hyped for this. I enjoy taking my mom places. Like me and my mom, we travel. My mom is the person who kind of instilled the love of traveling with me. And obviously I love traveling with Cole, but we are both we've already traveled quite a bit, and Cole also grew up over in the States. So she's kind of used to things. But one thing that people maybe don't really realize if they don't come from places like I do, my country does not have a big city. The biggest city we have is Prague, which has about 1 million people. But the entire country as a whole has 10 million people in it. The entire Manhattan would fit in our country. That's it. Or more like our country population would fit in Manhattan. So what's really cool to me is showing my mom these places that like she can't even comprehend. Like what kind of size and like what kind of stuff it is. And she came to London with me, so that was amazing. Like we did all kinds of stuff, and she was like all excited about it. But what I'm now really hyped about is that once the pandemic is over next year, hopefully, fingers crossed, we plan on going to New York around Thanksgiving time. And I want to take her to
I'm
Macy's
so hyped.
Parade and-
I'm so
Well,
hyped
let me
for
know.
it.
Like that's where I live, so like let me know.
yeah, no, it's like, and I just can't wait for her to see, like, first of all, because I lived in the States for 2 years, and it's like, it's so different from Europe. And I am just so excited to show her that part of my life.
Oh,
Because
I love that.
That is
What
so
obviously
what part?
she was
Wait, you
there.
live in New York?
I used to live in Detroit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't really want to take her to Detroit because, like, that's the thing. Like, Detroit or Michigan in general is a place where I would take my dad because
Okay.
he's more of a, exploring type as far as hiking goes and nature goes. Like, I would love to take him to Michigan to, like, go up north.
Aw.
Oh my God.
Hey, do you want to
Hey,
come
do you
hang?
wanna
Ray?
You can come hang out, buddy.
Yeah, I can send you a link, Ray, if you want.
Send them, send them the link. See if he wants to come
Ray
hang
It
out.
just magically pops up. Like it's like he knew.
Freaking
I
out
had-
a little bit, not
He
gonna lie.
knew I
love
had
him.
beef with him. He knew I had beef with the crying. He knew.
He's like, challenge accepted. I'll take it on.
He plays the bad guy though, so he's always gonna make you cry.
That's also
But then
true.
he'll
That's all he-
apologize about it afterwards. So
That's true. That is.
We got to see him in his like human form though at the beginning of Zack Snyder's Justice League though.
That's true. That's true.
That was cool.
I love
But,
rewatching
I'm,
things now and finding him in them.
send him the
Like,
link.
it's always
He said
sunny.
sure.
I did.
Yeah, I did. I did tell him
but
last time
I'm
I saw him
really,
that it was-
I'm really hyped for Nana to bring her mom here because also they might come. They're gonna come to my house for Thanksgiving, and like my
Oh
my
God,
fam,
that's amazing. I love that.
like my family, we don't have good relationship with my extended family mostly because they're assholes. So it's like once
I
my
felt that. I felt
like
that.
once my mom passed, it was like they found no reason to talk to us anymore. So it's like fuck off. So when we have Thanksgiving, we all wear our pajamas. We don't really do much, but we cook a shit ton of food and have a good
I
time
love
eating
that.
it and watching. Right, like basically everyone's pandemic Thanksgiving is our usual Thanksgiving. Like that's normal
I
for
love
us.
that. No,
I don't even
And-
do holidays.
No.
And I'm so excited for Nana and her mom to come because also my dad is an amazing cook. He makes a bomb ass turkey. Like everything he makes is amazing.
Ooh,
But also, like, I mean, like this
I love that so much.
this past Thanksgiving, Nana actually got to join us on FaceTime, which was a lot of fun. She cooked herself a special chicken dinner, and she joined us and ate while my iPad sat on the kitchen on the
Aw.
table with us.
Oh, that's actually so adorable.
I love that.
It was, but Nano at that point had waited so long to eat. She was like, Cole, when are you guys gonna eat? I'm starving. I'm hungry.
So what time did you eat at?
We ate at like
Well,
four.
we're 5
we
hours apart, so I have to wait 5 hours on my time.
Oh, yeah.
before we
For
have dinner.
Thanksgiving, we eat around 4:30 because like Dad wakes up and starts cooking the turkey at like 7 or something or 6. It depends on what he's feeling like. And on Christmas, instead of having a big dinner on Christmas, we have a cinnamon rolls in the morning, and Dad
Oh,
will
I
make
love
them.
them cinnamon rolls. I miss
And
them.
and Dad makes them homemade. And the
Ooh.
one time Nana came for Christmas, it was so fun because she came to the first Christmas. Actually, Nana came to the first Christmas following my mom passing, and it was having her there that actually helped my family get through Christmas that year.
Aw.
No, I'll cry.
And-
I'll cry. I'll literally cry.
Right. Like
I just wanted to address this as someone who lives far away from my home country and has not seen her family since last August. I totally understand how you feel. So, but you know what? You can do it. You can pull through, and you'll see them again soon. So,
Weird. That's weird. I can't even imagine.
oh my God,
I
no!
feel it. No, stop. I feel it. I'm feeling it.
Oh my god, no,
Stop.
that would be so weird.
Oh.
They don't well actually no, by the way, so just to put Nana on the spot here, she didn't tell me till 3 years after I met her mom that her mom knows English, so
Aw.
Because when we met, it was only for about 20 to 30 minutes. We were stopping by her childhood home, and her mom was talking mostly to Nana, and like Nana would translate to me. So I assumed her mom doesn't speak English at all. And then maybe 2 months ago, oh yeah, mom speaks English, because like she sent me her number because I wanted to wish her happy birthday, and I was trying to write it in Czech, and Nana was like, you can say it in English, and I was like, she knows English. When did she? Oh, she's known English for years. When did she learn English?
Well, and you didn't think that was important to like let you know?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, friends.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good
Well,
to
let me
see
turn the
you.
light down. Jesus, I look like I've been stopped for driving erratically. Hold on. A little more moody. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Ray.
How are you?
Hi, Ray, how are you?
How y'all doing?
So Ray, we
How are
got
you?
some new faces. We got Saggy, who's the one with the lovely pigtails.
I know Saggy. I've met Saggy.
Oh, you see,
Hello,
you've
good to
met
see
her.
you
Okay.
again.
We've
Well,
got
nice to meet
Sabrina,
Hi.
Hello, Sabrina. How are you?
and this is
How are you?
Jess.
Hi.
Jess, I know. How's it going?
How are
Jess,
you?
that little voice. Hi.
Hi. Jess, Rachel.
Oh, by the way,
Want us not to-
because Rachel noticed I've been drawing because I can't sit still. I'm trying to draw my Zach Funko, but like a better
Oh,
design, so I can make
okay.
it into like a sticker. I don't know
nice.
how to sit still. That's why.
Yeah, you were like this, and I was like, I don't know if you were getting like blusher or you were doing, and I was like, I don't know
Oh,
what
no.
she's doing.
That's my pencil.
It's your pencil.
Tiff, what's up?
Not much. Feeling better. I was like, I want to call you
Glad.
like Dr. Darkside from the last time I spoke with you. But what you recommended worked, so I thank you.
I'm very glad. I'm very glad. I'm glad you're on the mend.
Yes, thank you.
That's crazy. How's everybody doing?
Good. Ray, how was your day today? What are you getting into today?
Interesting day. You know, I don't know if y'all saw, but I checked my email this morning and basically got an email from Twitter going, "Hi." And so,
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what the
yeah,
hell?
well, okay, but I'm into
Yeah,
it now.
like I didn't understand that because like you qualify, like they denied us, which makes sense. Like, but they denied you, and it's like, wait, he's literally in a blockbuster movie. He's literally like this huge
Nah,
narrator.
I'm into it now. Anti-verification shall be mine.
They started a war with Darkseid.
Exactly.
Do people actually review those verification things, or is it all automated?
They do review it now.
forever.
They just opened up a new way to verify, like because they had it closed for 2 years, and now if you go into your account settings, you can do it, but you
Yeah.
have to like send like an ID, and you have to send like articles about you and stuff. But it depends on what kind you're applying for, and like I feel like Ray should be able to send his IMDb and be like, "Sup."
And I did. Oh no, I
Sup?
did. I sent everything, but apparently, just not cool enough. So fine.
Does that mean you don't exist anymore? I'm very confused.
It means he's not famous enough to get the blue check yet.
Apparently
Even
not.
though-
Plays the biggest villain in the comic book universe.
Yeah,
but
really? Like, are you kidding? Peter, just get on it. Get on it already.
Twitter messing up bad.
Whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe
it's been...
maybe I'll go on TikTok and dance. Maybe then I'll get there.
Yes, but you
Or
have to.
arrested.
But you have to do it with Kim wearing dinosaur costume.
Oh, I
Oh,
would
yes.
totally do
Can
the
we
inflatable
get
dinosaur
that?
costume. Yes, please. But nah, I mean, it sucked at first. I was like, but okay.
How dare?
But then I started to think about it, and I was like, a check mark. Why do I think that's really important? That was one of those, that's the thing I find is like when you feel sad, I always ask myself and I ask my child, and we'll ask people who will put up with the question, are you at the feeling about it point or at the doing something about it point?
Mhm.
And if you're at the feeling about it point, then feel, really feel. And so I did. I was just like, that sucks, man. And I felt all sad for a while. And then when I got to the doing something about it point, I went, what the fuck? It's a check mark. So
You don't need a check mark.
But
life
then,
is
Really, we
big.
know who you are.
Yeah, y'all know me. God, I need to do some serious mowing. Does anybody have a garden strimmer? Jesus.
I mean, look,
I'm looking
Ray,
at
I
myself
think we're good here.
I got you.
I think I'll be okay.
I got you.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Don't ask me why they're right in arm's length. Just don't.
I've been teasing my forefather. I just cut his hair the
Yeah.
other day, and I've gotten pretty good at it during the pandemic. I'll cut the back of his hair, and he'll do the front. And he gets sunburnt really easily, and he had his hair down to like here, and he got a sunburn, and then it turned into a nice tan. And then I cut his hair, and now he's got like a thick strip of white. I keep making fun of him about
It's always
it.
a good look. I burn if you take a flash photo of me. So, I have to wear. I have to wear like whenever I go to any place where I tend to avoid like, hey, let's go to the beach. And so, no,
Same.
unless it's rainy. But I will buy the SPF for babies. Look for the pink bottle and do that, and I'll still get burned. So
as you can tell, I glow in the dark, so I understand.
No, I show up blue under harsh light. So I just need to live in like Ireland or the UK or something.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Same.
We'll take you.
People are asking if you have physical copy of ZSJ Elliott.
I don't have one yet. No, I don't have one yet. I need to do that.
I can ship one over to you, dear friend. We have them on the shelves here. So
wow.
I mean, he is Darkseid. He could just demand a physical copy himself.
I tried getting verification. We saw how that went. I don't know about a physical copy. I mean, it's like yeah, whatever. No, I don't have a physical copy yet. It is on the list. So
have you heard back from the Weta people yet?
About
that Darkseid statue.
I don't know, and I don't want to push it. I don't, because I wasn't asking them to like send me one. I was just kind of, fangirling over the statue that they made, but
I wanted it so bad, but I was like, I can't.
It's a lot. And
my boyfriend talked me out of it. It was bad. I was like, I literally almost did it, and like everyone around, like in my around me had to like stop me. It was like I think it was like $1,300.
Yeah, and it's huge. So
they made another one though. They released like another one.
I know.
It got leaked, and I was like, maybe I'll try for that one because like you can
I saw this thing and I commented on it, and then recently when they were saying like, hey, it's almost ready, I commented on it again, and Weta tweeted, hey Ray, this one's for you, with eyes looking, which I don't understand all of the Twitter lingo you cool kids use. But
maybe that's why you're not verified.
Maybe do I need to make room somewhere in my house for them? That would be okay. But then there's like was it Queen Studios, I think in Japan, forgive me if I'm wrong, doing the life-size bust.
Did you say life-size?
Have you not seen the life-size bust of Darkseid that I think it's Queen Studios is doing?
I didn't know that was
life-size.
Darkseid's like 9 feet tall, and like I don't even want to think about how broad. Like what?
No, the bust is ridiculous, and there's actually a photo. If I can find it, I'll like hold it up to the camera. But there's a photo of the sculptor next to it, and it's like, dude, really? And then Prime One in Japan is also doing a Darkseid.
Oh, I mean, I hope Hot Toys does one, like because like they're cool. Amazing. Oh, I
pre-ordered my McFarlane ones because I'm buying up all of this stuff because years from now I'll be able to like say to my child like, that was me. He'll be like, I know, Dad. Jesus, all right, I know.
Look, this was me and
Grandpa. We
imagine getting that is Darkseid. Like that's insane. That's insane.
Jeez, Grandpa, are you getting old? We heard this story already.
I'm never tired of hearing that.
Getting old, hell.
Darkseid's literally my favorite DC villain of all time, and I've been waiting to see him for years. And when I got to see him, and you playing him, literally a dream come true. I just have to say that. Like, literally, you were perfect. Everything, everything that I ever dreamed of and more. Like that
makes me really, really happy to hear because I knew stepping into this role that there were so many people so much more knowledgeable than I about this stuff, and that it was funny. I got nervous after the fact, after everything was done and everything was being filmed, and then it was going to be released. Is when I got scared. Was like, am I going to measure up to what people expect, the people who really know this character? And so I'm always really grateful when I hear things like what you just said. It
like I
means the
said, I
world.
heard you during Justice Con say, like, when we found out you were playing him and everything, you're like, and when people started to find out too, and like was like, oh, like, and you weren't allowed to confirm or deny it. I prayed that one day I would get to see that, because like I said, like, he's like the big bad of DC, like the way that was with Marvel, and like I was like, I just want to see Darkseid, because people don't understand how, like, you know, powerful and amazing he is. And when I found out I was in Zach's Snyder's Justice League, I bawled my eyes out. And like seeing that one shot of you on Apocalypse, oh my god, that was a dream come true.
There's the bust.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Right?
Oh my
Hang on, let me pull it. Hang on, put it back. Let me do this.
Oh, it's all blurry.
No,
okay.
we can see that.
No, it's okay.
Wow,
To get an idea
amazing.
of the size. I saw that and was like, oh, man, who's got room in their house for that? Good Lord. So
Also, can I just say, Joey, can you go back to your corner and resume your
sculpted out
time?
of clay, Porter. Very nice.
Listen, I haven't been able to tune into World's Finest in a while, and then I got to the other, and since Joey joined, I haven't actually gotten to tune in much, and I got to the other day, and Joey is just as out of pocket live as he is in the comments,
Which is cool.
yeah.
By the way-
Like, but it's also like at the same time, it's like it's not my stream, but I wanted to fire him.
Exactly.
You're
By the way,
fired.
when
Get
I
out.
heard Ray Porter was gonna be cast in the movie, first thing I thought, I was like, wow, I wonder how he's gonna fit and look in that Superman suit. And why did they replace Henry Cavill?
Wow. Not enough O's in the word smooth. Wow.
Yes, guys, go check out World's Finest. It is quite
On
a chaos.
Sundays.
We love it. It's amazing.
Chaos incarnate.
All Joeys are
on-
cool.
I was on Anthony's show the other night, his triumphant return with his own show. That was really fun to be there for that. He'd been away for a couple of months, so that was cool.
Oh yeah, we love Anthony.
Yeah, he rocks.
Which one's Anthony again?
I almost made
Yes.
Anthony.
That's when Saggy and I were hanging out.
I made a comment the other day during World's Finest that it almost sent Anthony off the screen, which I was very proud of, but I can't remember what it was. I was in a mood, so I was very out of pocket.
I see.
I was very vulgar.
You know,
Nice.
you got him if
One
he either
with
goes
the-
off stream or if he takes off those headphones, then you got Anthony.
When he
That's
looks like he's literally about to toss himself out of his chair, then it's like, oh, yay.
Well, it was really fun, kind of like it was a little like going out and running around the neighborhood. I hung out with Enosh and Tiff the other night, and that was great. And then Anthony, and now you guys. It's good to see you.
Hey,
always good to see
we
I'm avoiding work. I should be finishing up this work.
As you should.
I'm avoiding work.
Every night too.
Just hit him with it. I was
ridiculous.
going to work. Oh, my earrings fell out.
I have-
You know what? I
I
finished. I now work. This week I work 8 till 5.
Yes.
So it is 1 a.m. So I'm gonna get like 5 hours of sleep, and I knew this ahead of time. So I was like,
yeah.
how am I gonna do this so that I can survive? So I finished at 5 today, did dinner, went to sleep, woke up, got ready. I'm just going through the breaks.
Wow. My God. Am I the only one on the West Coast? I think I am. Sabrina, where are you?
New
She's
York.
she's
in New
closer
York.
to me. She's closest to me.
And you're in Boston, Saggy.
Mm-hmm.
I know
And
where
then
Jess and Rachel are.
Rachel and Jess
I
are
know right
our-
where you are.
and then I am in the UK.
and
Yeah.
Tiff's in Michigan.
Yeah.
Yes, that I know.
But I know where all of you live, except for
It's funny how like Michigan now for me is that's Tiff and Enosh and Meg.
Yeah.
That's Michigan. And like
It's all
yeah,
of Michigan. It's only in there.
Ireland,
That's
it's
the
Jess
only
and
people
Rachel.
out there.
you know.
Go to Michigan, you only find the Poindexter Lounge's house. Enosh and all them. That's it.
That's
They
all
are
that's
there.
there.
Yeah.
Quite easy after all.
Nothing else there.
Yeah, they just took over.
Exactly.
I've seen it. I know. I was a little off-putting too when I was there. I was like, "Where's the rest of the place? This is it." Oh, okay.
Just a desert plain, nothing, and
Illinois,
distance a house with a bunch
Illinois
of
is
poison in it.
Colbert land, I think. Colbert land.
Yes.
But,
Yeah.
you know, Amanda doubts my commitment to stealing her future dog. She thinks that she'd have to bring it to LA for SnyderCon, but she doesn't realize if she has a dog, I'm going to come and see her, lull her into a sense of security, and then
Sure.
take the dog.
Oh,
As you should. As you should.
But then can you bring me
Take the
Slight-
dog
to
in line.
LA?
Take
slight
the dog in
flaw
line,
in your
always.
criminal plan is explaining all of it before you do it.
Damn it.
Just saying.
That's true.
It'd be more impressive is if she already explained it and has it public, and then still succeeds in doing it.
I know. But it's kind of like
Listen,
the
I
spy
don't-
movie
I don't
villain,
know.
like Mr. Bond. Let me tell you exactly what I'm about to do,
Yes,
and all the
Listen, I
detailed
can't
plans
tell
and
you why
flaws.
my backpack is barking. I can't tell you why it's rolling, you know?
Yeah, man, not a problem. Not a problem, man. I got your back.
But it's like
There
those
will be
it's
no
like
dog
always
napping.
those kids cartoons where the villain always announces what they're about to do, you know, their
Yeah.
devious plan.
Exactly.
I mean, Tiff and Enosh have already accepted the fact they'll have to search me after I leave, not for collectibles, but for the dogs. So
Yeah. If she brings a big duffel bag, I need to be worried.
Have you
This is
considered
gonna be
maybe
so funny
dressing?
because
If
when-
you could dress one of your kids up like a TSA agent, so when people come to visit, when they leave, they get wanded and they inspect the bags. And
One of my kids is 6'2", so I should be like,
I
hey,
know
I'll pay you $20 if you can go check them before they leave.
exactly. I've seen family photos. It's like, whoa, okay, dude. Hi.
how old
I
is
don't wanna
the
get my phone.
how old is the 6'2" one?
He's going to be 19 next week.
Okay,
Wow.
he's normal. When I was in high school, I dated a guy whose little brother was like 13 and he was 6 foot, and I lost my mind. I was like, "What the fuck are you eating?"
Yeah.
Like, what do you
You
feel?
know what? You know what? I was watching hockey championship a couple weeks ago, and one of the teams, I can't recall which one of it was. Maybe it was Denmark now. They had 2 goalies, and one of them was like 6'3", and the other one was 6'5". Now, me
Cow.
knowing what the hockey equipment looks like, especially the
Mhm.
goalkeeper one, if
Yeah.
he was 6'5",
Yeah.
no, 6'7" on its
6'7".
own. What was he looking like when he had the thing on? Because like I am 5'6",
Yeah.
and when I had my equipment on, I would go, you know, I would easily go another one head taller. Like it's just
Yeah, I knew the goalie for the Polish national team, and he was really super tall. You know, you want people to take up a fair amount of space if they're in the net and
Yeah.
wearing
Well,
a couch.
yeah. I didn't get the
You
memo.
know? Yeah.
Well,
My son's in Canada right now, and he's playing hockey up there.
yeah.
And there's kids up there that are 13 that are like 6'3", 6'2".
Dang.
You know, but I said to him before he left, I was like, you got to understand when you go up there, that's different gravy. I mean, those kids have been playing hockey since they were a fetus. So just, you know, learn what you can.
I'm sitting here thinking in my head about the whole thing about taking stuff from Tiff's house. I'm sitting here like, I'd be that person that wouldn't take anything of like value. I would like be that person that would steal like I would steal a spoon and be like, "Ha ha! I took the spoon. They are 1 spoon short for dinner." That
Wow.
would be me. That would be me.
Gonna be like the
Cruel.
tick.
That's cruel.
Or take a light bulb just to confuse everyone.
Oh my god, yes. Just go in the bathroom and just take one of the light bulbs out and be like, haha, they have no light now. They have to go to Home Depot.
Hey, that's my other toy store, so I have no problem with
My evil plan is to rearrange all the drawers in your kitchen. Ha 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 ha. Yes, that's actually
that would
right,
be nice.
Amanda. Leave something utterly ridiculous and see when they.
See,
Yeah.
at that point, it would just be like, they would probably be like, "Oh, when did we buy this?" And they would just go in a circle. Like, "Did
That's
you
the
buy
thing, it's
this?
like-
No, I didn't buy this. Did you turn?" And then to the kids, "Did you buy? I didn't buy this." And just
I am tempted to bring like the most off-brand, random, like nobody action figure and just place it.
There you go.
No, it has to be Blue Beetle, Ray. It has to be a Blue Beetle
Blue
figure.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
The first
Yes,
one, yeah.
yes, you gotta do that.
He refuses to
Sounds like a
have
plan.
one, and that is, you know what? Whoever gets there first, Ray, we're gonna make this pact. Whoever gets
Okay.
to go over to Enosh's house first, don't
Mm.
Tiff. This is a secret. Don't let him.
Okay.
Right.
We're gonna whoever does it, we gotta get a Blue Beetle figure, and whoever gets it first has to place it in his room without him noticing.
There you go.
Good deal.
I'll help.
There's so much.
Actually-
there's so much crap in the house. It would be
Actually, why
easy.
No,
not
maybe we
everybody?
shouldn't discuss
when
this
he's
on the
streaming.
live stream, but
What
hey.
if everybody who shows up at the house brings one? So suddenly Enoch is like, why do I have 50 blue
He's got one like that for all the Boba Fetts. He's got like hundreds. So
Oh yeah,
you should put like Blue Beetles in with his Boba Fett.
exactly. It was like that thing on
Rubber
the,
or rubber
there's
ducks. I
Now
thing
you're
on the
talking
internet
about
where
it.
somebody
You're like, oh my
replaced-
god, did you touch my Boba Fett statues?
There's this guy like replaced his grandmother's picture of Jesus on the wall with a picture of Ewan
with
McGregor.
Obi-Wan.
Oh my god,
Didn't notice.
Yeah, with his with his mullet, with his
Yeah.
Obi-Wan mullet.
That
Yeah.
is hilarious.
The best thing ever. Oh my god.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I've
And
legitimately.
And lo, he did descend from the mountains and said, "Hello there."
General Canoe.
You know, there's a mystery in Cole's house, a mystery of a lost rubber duck. She once pulled a prank on her family on April Fool's, and she bought 100 rubber ducks, and she actually numbered them on the bottom. They still don't know when the duck number where the
I can't find number one. I don't remember.
it's been
See, at the
years. That
time,
duck is
I
gone.
was so it was for April Fool's, so naturally I had to pull this off in the middle of the night. Wait until everyone was asleep, and I had just
Right.
come home from work, so I was had. So I labeled them, and I was waiting, and everyone didn't go to sleep till like 2, and I had to be up at 6 for work. So it was like I was exhausted already, but I was committed. So I hid them all over the. Put them in the fridge. I put them in with the eggs. I put them in Dad's coffee pot. There was
Nice.
a couple in his car. There was a few in his jacket pocket. So he put on his jacket and his hand in his pocket. There's a duck. You know, there were ducks everywhere. But for the
That's brilliant.
life of me, I cannot remember where number one is. And I know it exists because I numbered them.
He's someplace.
And my dad's been looking. Like I went to put them away. He said, "Don't put away my ducks." He likes the ducks. He likes them being around the house. So there's just random rubber ducks scattered around the house. And when he finds one he thinks he's never seen before, he'll check and be like, "Where the fuck is number one?" Where's
I
number
love it.
one?
Actually, I'd say one of the finest investments I've made in recent months was a big bag of googly eyes.
Yes.
Oh.
Dude, and I carry some in the car because there's things out in the world that need eyes.
my
I love
my nephew, my older brother from another mother, we had his son Anders, who I love to death, when he was like 8 maybe,
Mhm.
like much younger than he is now. He earned $1 from helping an old lady in the neighborhood. And so when they were at the store, he bought a bag of googly eyes without telling his mom or dad and started putting them on everything. And the apartment they live in isn't that large, but he somehow found things that like you wouldn't. They were on the milk. They were on the orange juice.
They're
they were on the spoon.
They are cheap. They are loads of fun, and they make everything better. Just a bag of googly eyes. Bring them in the car. Keep some
He
around
put
the
them-
house.
he
just
put
in
them
case.
he put them under a lampshade, so she turned on the lamp, and all of a sudden there's eyes staring at her.
Nice.
He,
Well done.
he was a menace to society for like
There's
a
really
full
nothing
week.
better than opening a fridge and suddenly everything in there is sentient and looking at you. Yeah. Kind of marvelous.
It was just the best part was the fact he didn't tell anyone he got it. Like he waited
Right.
until they're like, "Where the hell did these all come from?" And like, "Do you have more?" And he, no.
That's how you do it. Yeah.
I actually
But he
love that
did.
idea for next year. I'm gonna write that down.
I put googly eyes on the thermostat, and Daddy wasn't happy with that. He took those off. But when we gave him a Roomba type vacuum, I included in the box googly eyes, and because I felt like it needed to look at him while it
Amanda,
vacuumed. So he did like that. He put the googly eyes on the vacuum.
pretty excellent.
Those make
But
me
that's
feel
it.
guilty.
But now the vacuum's his favorite child. So
You know, that would make me feel guilty having the self vacuum thing rolling around the little room, but looking at you like you're lazy. You're lazy.
Exactly.
You're like, I know, that's why I bought you.
Oh, I love the 100 days projects tree. When I was little, my mom did the 100 days project with me and nearly ruined her finger with hot glue because she was gluing 100 M&Ms to a poster board.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was her idea, and it was like I was supposed to be doing the work, but she decided this was her project.
That's so much chocolate on.
So, what are exactly, Amanda. So, what are the plans? I mean, it seems like things are slowly beginning to open up a little bit. Are we hoping cons start soon? Are we hoping that?
Well,
I am.
Rumor has it that New York Comic Con returns this fall, but I'm not going. I'm not confident yet. I'm not comfortable yet. But
Motor City Comic Con is also going to be in October this year.
Everything's happening in October and November, it seems.
Yeah.
well,
I'm slated to go to one in Texas in October. So we're actually in November now.
Yeah, no, they sent out like an email thing about
Zach's con to be in October. Oh,
Yeah.
Zach was hoping for that.
Yeah, we have to get on the horn with him and find out what we're doing. So
Yeah.
figure out the plan for that thing.
Was that
I know.
I missed con so much. That was like my happy place. That and like concerts.
Same.
So like I've been
I went to
itching
my
go
first
back.
one as a panelist, and it was great. And then everything shut down.
Yes. SBC will be back in November, but it's only like a short one. I think that it's going to be fully back next summer. But I'm so excited for next summer.
Wasn't there one in Dublin?
There's one in March in Dublin.
In March?
In March next year. And if you're not there, I will riot.
Well, I will
make
definitely keep that weekend open. But I also, because there was some interest from London to have me come over, and I was very excited about it because I was like, I love going there. Yes, please. And then they were like, no, and they couldn't do it, and I was like,
Which one in London?
The London movie and
MCM?
Comic-Con, the big one.
Oh.
And they pulled back, and I think their deal was Porter's Furies.
Both is good.
I think they were only going to bring the people that were supposed to be on the one before, but it was canceled. And then I saw that there was one in Dublin and there was one in Glasgow, but I figured that everything had gotten changed or pushed back. So now you're saying March of next year is when Dublin is?
I think so. I remember seeing that they said someone from The Walking Dead was in it or was going, and I remember sending it to my brother, and I was like, "It's March," and he was like, "I didn't like him." I was like, "Oh, then I'll go by
It's
myself."
not Norman. It's not Andrew. Then it's nobody.
My friend played Abraham on that show.
You're friends with Abraham?
I love
Yeah.
him.
God.
They did him dirty though.
Yeah, they did.
I know. I was pissed off too because I was like, "Dude, you got a great job." Oh no! Yeah.
They did
I used to be
him
the biggest
so
fan, and then they're like,
dirty.
they killed off my favorite character. I was like, I can't do this anymore. It
Oh, you know what, Joey? You're actually spot on there. The Wrath of Khan. They really need to do that.
Heck yeah.
It's March 12th. March
I
12th and 13th.
I just want to get on a plane and go see people and
of
say
course
hi,
you-
and
of
you know.
your friend him. He has a weird ass beard in the show. You're friends with people with eccentric facial hair.
Well, I mean, yeah, we all grow our beards here in
I'm
LA.
actually I was kind of sad that the cons, stopped because this was gonna be last year was gonna be my year of coming out of my cosplay retirement. But I'm also kind of glad it didn't happen because during the pandemic I lost a fair amount of weight. So now I can feel a little bit more comfortable because I always get weird with cosplay because I'll build like big cosplays to cover me because I'm very self-conscious. So I feel a little bit more confident this year. So I'm excited for cons to come back.
Cannot wait to see what you did. What you've come up with.
Yeah. Ray, but you gotta come to San Diego when San Diego Comic Con comes
Oh yeah,
back.
I'd love to.
Like
I'd
we
like
gotta
you to come to your Comic Con too.
Look, we all got to meet up, but the problem is that the badges for the next one, whether it's 2022 or whenever they decide to, and they're sold out. So
it's my dream to go
Is it already?
camping.
Speaking of badges,
Well, I think Ray can get in as
you
a
will,
celeb,
Ray,
as
you'll
a
be able
star
to get.
now.
Yeah,
no,
you'll be
I was
able
going
to
to
get
say,
a
speaking of
professional.
badges, I'm noticing my shelf that has my first Justice Con badge. That badge is so lonely.
I was thinking more like now I'm showing my age. I'm
Were you
old.
going to
I
send me a
could have
second one?
sworn I
I was
sent
thinking,
it
don't
to
need those
you.
stinking badges.
No, I never got.
God.
No, I never got a badge.
I could have sworn I sent. I guess my brain is out the window. I'll make sure
It's okay.
I'll get it in the
It's
mail.
okay. It's COVID.
That, and I have to finish your son's Funko.
You guys were my very first like official con as you know, whatever. And so I told you I have like on my shelf I've got my lanyard and the Funko you made of me, which was very funny. Yeah.
I'm actually wearing the shirt today.
Aw.
Very cool.
Yeah, Ray, I'm a tough girl. I can't have you make me cry. I'm wearing leather. That means tough. I can't have feelings. Don't make me have
kinky.
The tears
That's
are gonna
right.
soften it. It's fine.
Yeah,
That's
we
right.
For kinky.
I'll wear a
Going
biker-
more
I'll wear
with
a
the old
biker jacket.
fashion,
I
Joker
know,
and Harley.
Chelsea. We have to make it happen. We said that we need to make like a whole League of Mayhem meetup at
Oh
San
my
Diego
God,
Comic
yeah.
Con.
Oh my God, that would be
this
so
was
fun.
so hard to like get into because like I was there in California
It's
like
not-
the week before
not
San Diego
bad.
Comic Con, I couldn't go.
I've never been to
Sabrina,
Cali.
I was telling you that you've just got to hook up. We know what we're doing, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
like the thing is, look, it is hard to get into if you don't know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing and you know people, it is very
Like I'm
difficult.
gonna do it for New York Comic Con, but I'm sure it's like even like more like
No, the system is
in
actually
New York
pretty
Comic Con.
similar for New York Comic Con, and it's
No,
easier.
New York Comic Con's nothing compared to it, especially with the badges. No, New York Comic Con is a walk in the freaking park. I can get
Okay,
a
so
Sunday
then
badge.
next year when it comes back, I'm gonna contact you guys because I want to meet up and I want to go.
There you go.
Mhm.
I wanna
Yeah.
go so bad.
Yeah.
That's like my
Done and
bucket
done.
list thing. Like I have to go at least once.
Well,
They managed to find me at San Diego. I had never been to a con ever in my life, and this was
Wow.
way before I was, you know, out of the closet as dark side, as it were. And they were like, "Oh, you should come down." I took the train down. It was the most overwhelming experience I'd ever. I didn't
Was it
last
worth it,
very
though?
long. It was cool as hell. It was amazing, but it was
But he
so
got
much.
so fast.
It was so much. So yeah.
Anthony,
the-
now you're making me emotional. I'm not wearing leather, but I shouldn't be emotional.
Oh,
The con crud found Ray. They knew it's like the germs knew that Ray was a newbie. And they were
New one. Yeah. So I took a train ride home and was just like laid up for a couple of days, just, you know,
dead.
but just, yeah. But it was very, very cool. It was kind of overwhelming, but it was,
You know,
just
I'll never
cool.
forget your face when you were casually asking, like, what, where should you go or what should you do? And I pulled out that torn up. piece
Oh
of
yeah. I mean, you
paper
guys,
with a
you
map,
guys
but
got it.
it
Yeah.
started
You were
showing
fine.
you.
I had no idea where I was, what I was doing, what I was, you know, just none, no
That's
idea.
what you have a handler for.
Well,
He was running solo. That he was undercover. He was.
Oh.
I was
agent.
incognito. I wasn't there in an official capacity.
Hey.
And I will tell you that, you
He
know,
was
after my
incognito,
experience,
wearing a dark side shirt. Just saying.
just thought I'd blend in, but it is exhausting to conquer entire worlds. I mean, in my busy day, hi, I'm Dark Side, my vitamin supplement of choice. No,
Cool and blue.
Fatma says
Yeah.
hi, Ray.
Milk is good as a
Fatma, hello, Fatma, hello, my friend. God, I really should get back to work. No, but my experience in San Antonio was amazing because I had never ever done one of these and never had a handler, never, you know, and I was fortunate in that I had Claire Kramer kind of take me under her wing and be like, okay, this is what you do. This is where, you know, this is how this works and all of that. It's far more fun to go and have a lanyard and a, you know, a handler and to be paid to be there is also nice. And it's pretty cool. It's a pretty great experience. But I did at one point in San Antonio, there was also a car show happening, and had some downtime. I signed 1,000 photographs, and I had forgotten how to write my own name. I'm like midway through, and I'm like, I don't know what's my name? Oh my God. And I had to stop and like get a napkin and actually practice writing my name legibly, because by the end of the stack of pictures, it looked like I stood across the room with a marker and just threw it at the pictures. And I wanted it to be nice, because so I had some downtime and I went to go look at these cars. And I told somebody, I was like, hey, I'm just going to go. They were like, okay, fine. And I left. And I look up, and here comes somebody from the con and a San Antonio police officer running. And I immediately go, oh, what did I do, man?
What did I touch?
And they were like, you can't be out here on your own. You've got to have. I was like, oh. So I look at the cop. I'm like, do you like cars? And he was like, yeah. I was like, cool. Let's wander around the car show together. Okay. It was very strange. It was an unusual experience. I never think in those,
I'll never forget. The thing about San Diego.
I mean, I'm not verified, so I don't matter.
He's like, you don't have a check mark. You don't need a security guard.
No, what I remember when
if
you
Nana smacks me really hard, would that be a check mark?
Ah.
Be here all week. Tip your waitress. Try the meal. Sorry.
No, it's whenever we are in San Diego, we do the whole sleeping overnight in the line to get into Hall H thing.
Wow.
And there's this thing, and I'm not sure to what degree people are aware of it unless they actually follow San Diego Comic-Con. Like, I'm not going to say religiously, which is what we do, but still. Basically what happens is one of the coolest things is that sometimes like big actors come and stop by Hall H line just to hang out with people, and it's either the night before their panel or the morning off. And so that's why we always sleep in Hall H line, because we don't want to miss these things. And the reason I learned about this whole tradition was because year before we started going, Supernatural cast would always go out to meet their fans. And Misha Collins was told that he can't go without a security. So he decided to go about it in a very, very, very different way. And he got himself a bunch of stormtroopers. So he walked into the Hall H line to meet his fans with the squadron.
Of course he would.
With the 506.
And pizza, because he was giving people pizza.
501st. I've totally offended somebody, and I apologize. If you're a stormtrooper, I'm very sorry if I got the Legion wrong.
It's okay. They don't hit anything when they shoot. Okay. If they
true.
Shoot, yeah.
That's true. They could shoot adjacent to me.
Amanda, go into the corner and think about what
became a checkmark. Wow. Yeah. Well, Supernatural, you guys had my friend Kim on.
Yeah.
Yes, she was amazing.
Awesome.
Isn't she the best?
Zack Snyder did greeting fans at Hall H once with Batmobile. That's true. He came in and he was throwing out shirts. That was in 2015 or even before.
So
it was the promo of Batman v Superman. I am so glad I wasn't there.
I'm glad we have Zach.
What about the Irish contingent? Would you guys ever travel for like San Diego Comic-Con?
100%, yes.
Yes?
Yeah, I definitely travel, but like I've heard it's like amazing, but it's a bit of a cesspool of like germs and like horror.
That's why you have to learn from us.
Yes, it is.
Con goers
Like,
and take lots of vitamins.
Yeah, exactly. Like I definitely would go, but like I just have to be prepared to like take like 2 weeks off work at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
non-COVID, even non-COVID, before I learned my lesson from my first time, load up on the vitamin C, the vitamin D, and the zinc, and like bring, hand cleaning stuff and
shower,
because it was so weird. I was there. I don't know how many hours, 2-3 hours.
You were there
something
for like 5 hours or something. You weren't even there for a long time.
I wasn't there very long at all. And I kind of wandered around. I saw you guys, we chatted, and then I wandered around a little more and then was just like, God, I feel horrific, and just went and got on the train and went home.
But that's conventions in general. It's just the fact, like, not just like San Diego Comic-Con. It's anywhere where there's a crush of people. You're going to a convention, you gotta take some vitamins for your immune system and be a little cautious. If you are going to a concert, you should take vitamins. If you're going to be body to body with people, just take lots of vitamins.
Like we usually stock up on I drink like emergency for to build up my immunity about a month, 2 months before we go, and like generally we already have like I can say first aid kit sort of thing.
I carry first aid stuff with me,
and it's anything from really durable plasters to
I think this wouldn't be a terrible idea for the League of Mayhem before cons start up. If you guys did a show or posted online like the pre-con care kit, you know what I mean?
There you go.
You know what I mean? Because
that would be cool.
That would be helpful.
I have so part of being someone with a chronic illness is that you learn what the things you're going to have to carry. And I learned a long time ago that I need to be prepared for every eventuality. I've got Band-Aids, I've got antiseptic cream, I've got Benadryl, I've got Advil, I've got Tylenol. I've got I had a friend who had her period and suddenly she felt like she was going to diarrhea. I have anti-diarrhea pills. I've got tampons. I've got pads. I've got I've got enough what do you call it? Ace bandage to make a sling.
Cool.
I know.
Nice, Amanda. That's excellent.
You literally have to be you are the best travel companion.
Yeah, all kinds of thing. We also sorry, we also have if we can rehydration stuff that we can get because we've had our friend being severely dehydrated last San Diego Comic-Con.
Kristen, we love her so much and she's amazing, but she's also a bit of an idiot with that day because we kept telling her to drink water and she's like, no, I'm fine, or I'm nauseous, yada yada. Do you know where she ended up? I think she ended up in the fucking hospital getting 2 IVs.
Not me.
Yeah.
So really, it really is important to plan ahead. I mean, I'll tell you, being on the working side of the con, I have never been tired in that way, in the way that I was after the con, because you want to give something to everybody that you interact with. You're doing interviews and you're doing all that stuff, but then you're also signing stuff and meeting people and chatting, and you really want to be 100% there because they paid money to be there. They paid money to see you, which is weird and incredibly humbling. And so you want to do your best. Man, at the end of the day, I used to work construction. This was more tiring.
I mean, I think the only San Diego Comic-Con we went to thus far where we haven't been doing some sort of work was the first one. After that, we were doing work as far as the Snyder Cut fandom goes. And then, for me, then all of New York cons were working cons. So I kind of...
our first San Diego also, the thing is, for me, going to a convention, even though I'm going, say, as an attendee, so, technically for fun, I still put quite a bit of work into it, not just boosting my immunity before I go, but there's just so many things, whether you work on cosplay or in case of San Diego or big conventions, what we usually do is we monitor all kinds of websites, making sure that we get our hands on exclusives before the convention even begins, because so many websites these days or so many big companies, they just do pre-sale and you just come to the convention to pick things up. So if you want these really rare items, you have to actually buy them before the con. You have to enter different kinds of lotteries and all this.
I heard that McFarlane is doing just to bring everything back to me. I'm very sorry. Forgive me, please. But I heard that McFarlane is doing a pre-con care video.
We can totally do that.
Damn straight.
Yeah, you should.
But I heard that McFarlane is doing a fully armored Dark Side, but it'll be an exclusive. Is that right?
Yes.
Is that how that works? Okay, so will you guys help me get my hands on one? I'll pay.
Yeah, if
We
we,
can-
I don't know how to do this stuff.
We can
We'll
look
have
into
to-
it.
yeah, we'll have to find out how many per cart though, because I know that Meg is gonna want one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like we have to look into what the system is, but generally, you have different kinds of things when it's online lotteries. The biggest issue with online lotteries is that not all of them are made well to prevent scalpers, which sucks.
Right.
But hopefully this is not going to be the case.
I mean, I don't know about the price, but like usually if there's like exclusive like on San Diego Comic-Con, whether it's like a Funko or whatever, like I immediately go to eBay to see, because like there's always someone that grabs it and like has it like for
Okay.
Yeah, but you have those really.
She knows.
really
She
overpriced.
knows my tricks, Nana. She knows. She
No,
understands what I do.
I remember I did it for San Diego Comic-Con, I think like two years ago, when they had the Red Hood one, and they had Baffle
Oh, my Red Hood one is
with
somewhere
wings.
over there now.
I literally paid so much. Like I paid like it was a little pricey, but I was like I need this. Like, and like
Yeah, like I've more than once, like for myself or for Nana, we when I went to New York Comic Con, and I got the first ever Mandalorian Funko, and they wouldn't let me buy a second for Nana, even though my brother was with me and he could have bought it, but because we only had one ID, because we only had one lottery win.
Okay.
And so I got that, and then I immediately, before the con, I even left the con floor, I went onto eBay. I found someone who picked it up for a friend, and the friend decided they didn't want it, and I bought it for only maybe $5 more than the way this con was buying it, and now it's going for like $800.
I'll tell you what, that whole thing is crazy, because when it became a thing, I was like, well, I should probably have a dark side in the house. And I went looking on eBay to try to, not easy to find and expensive.
Wait, are you talking about just from like the movie, or like in general?
It's the Dark Side Funko, because this was before the movie, like before the Dark Side in this movie.
Yeah, they only made like one, but like they retired years ago, so he's like very pricey to get.
And then I have my Legos, because hello from South Africa. Bye, Leka.
Thank you, Tree.
Hey, Omesh. So, all right. So I just got to keep track here. So I'm going to San Diego. I'm going
to Dublin.
I'm not coming back.
Oh,
we're gonna buy that
I'm just
house.
I'm gonna find a nice flat, and that'll be life. I'll bring my guitar. I can play trad music in bars for tourists and have pints and sneer at all the Americans coming through to find their family. I'm Irish, and then
I'm offended.
Rachel and Jess and
That's
I
more
will
true
meet
than
up
you
every
will
once in a
ever
while to
know.
talk about comic
Seriously.
stuff, and that'll be life. But then I got to go to New York and Boston and Michigan.
You also
Yes,
gotta come to Wales. I don't
Well, I
know.
love Wales.
I'll
You
tell
know
you
I
how to
love
get all the
Wales.
dark
Hold
side
on a
stuff
second.
from New York. I'll give you, like,
How did you forget that in the whole equation? Like,
I could never forget Wales. Are you kidding? Wales goes without saying. Well, actually, it doesn't. I should say it. So Wales.
No, Ray, I'm
No.
telling you, if you come to New York, I'll tell you how to get all the dark side stuff. I'll give you all the knowledge that I know.
See, there we go. And I love Boston. Is one of my favorite cities. One of my most favorite cities I've ever been to.
what did you say, Jess?
What did
Amanda
you
wants
say,
to hear
Jess?
it.
I'm
Whatever.
sorry.
I can't actually remember what I said. I don't know what she's talking
I
about.
think you said that everyone is always, that the tourists are always looking for their family.
Oh yeah, no, that is so true. It's like it's truer than you'll ever know.
See, in my case, find family wants to me because I have a Spanish last name. They don't care that my grandma is part of the family. I'm like, okay.
There's a
Racist.
big difference between saying people in my heritage are from Ireland, and
No, it's like it's fine. It's like a fun little thing or whatever that like Americans get to do, and we claim it when we want to claim it, but then when we're annoyed with these, we're just like, okay, get lost.
I've got a friend from Fermanagh who lives here now, and constantly, I'm Irish. Oh, really? Did you move over here? No. Did your parents move over here? No, but 700 years ago. I'm like, no,
I'm
But
you're
still,
of Irish
right.
descent.
Ray, let
I'm
them know if
second
them or
generation
any of their
Irish.
like future children or grandchildren like that, if they are good at football, send them our way because we really need it.
Well,
You'll
yeah.
claim them then.
Bless you. Yeah.
We'll claim them then. Yeah, exactly. There are
Ray,
Yeah.
Ray,
Football.
question for you.
Yeah.
There, I'm because now I was curious. 'Cause I'm like, are there any cons coming up this year for Boston? 'Cause I know we shut down a lot, but we're starting to open up here. But how do you get your appearances?
I have an agent. I have an
Okay.
agent specifically for cons.
Okay.
Ray Fisher and I are represented by the same person who's
Oh.
wonderful. And
Wait, really?
huh?
Yeah.
No, because he just got announced for a con near me, and I'm like, honestly, now that you say that, I'm surprised it didn't like get you to go too.
I have to call my agent.
No, seriously,
You just got his.
no, it's
You've
called
been fired.
Terrific Con. It's in Connecticut. It's
Well,
in Mohegan Sun in Connecticut.
Here's the deal. Ray's verified. I'm not.
Ray, make it happen. We're gonna make
next
it
Ray.
so now.
The next Ray to be verified is Ray Porter.
Okay,
There we
so
go.
I should do you want because I don't mind forwarding some cons that are
Please do.
okay.
Please
So
do.
let me
Yeah.
know. I'll forward some cons there so we can get you out there for you.
Absolutely. Please do.
Joey.
Wow, Joey. Jesus, you need some time. I'm putting you on the naughty step for a little bit.
Joey's are always fun.
I feel like if when I'm gonna meet Joey in person one day, and I'm just gonna have to be put like someone else is gonna have to be between because my inclination every time he makes a pun is to slap him upside the head.
Well, here's the
So
thing.
it's like
I mean,
I feel like
Hilarious when we met him in person.
look at
I
me.
like the-
Look at this wreckage. I'm the one who should be making dad jokes. But Joey puts me to shame. And I'm a dad. I should be making dad
he
jokes.
also-
Not Joey.
Joey's got that reminiscent of the 70s profile picture going on for YouTube, so it's okay. He can
does.
make dad jokes.
About the talent for you to recruit into Shakespeare. Recruit into Shakespeare?
He is into Shakespeare. He is Shakespeare.
Yes, I will remind you. I'm not entirely certain what it means, but I just about bet you will elucidate and let me know.
It's Amanda. Come on.
Yes,
She
well,
will.
I just it's like recruiting into Shakespeare. It's like
Give
the
it 2
few,
weeks,
the
she'll figure it
proud,
out.
the Shakespearean actors.
To be
What
That's
branch
why
of
we
the
wanna
service
do-
are you, Shakespeare? Yeah.
That's why we want to do the
No.
Star Wars Shakespearean books and get like everyone that we know and just like start doing those like live streams.
I want to do.
Yes,
I want to do
I want
a.
it. I want
want
in.
to do a show with Ray
Awesome,
and
we
Wayne.
got it.
I want us to do some. I want us to bang out some Shakespeare. That'd be fun.
Heck
I've
yeah.
been, well,
I
as I've
love
said to you,
Wayne.
literally, Ray, let me know, and I will help. You can come on our channel and do your Shakespeare. I would die. I would fangirl so hard if you
Heck
did.
yes.
Yes.
That'd be
Yes,
fun.
come on our platform, do the thing.
Yeah,
Come on
talk to them. Ask
come on
them.
our
Let's
platform
do it.
and do
Let's
the
do
thing.
it. Just let us
Do the
win.
thing.
And I shall.
Yeah, I have to avoid Wayne for a little bit because last time when I first met him on Enosh's stream, somebody put me on blast. It made it very awkward because there's an ongoing joke that like it's a rite of passage when you go on the point next to last. I have to flirt with you. Doesn't matter. I have to just flirt with you, hit on you.
Whether
Okay.
it's you or
Oh
your puppet.
no!
Yeah.
That's
I was being good because I didn't want to scare him off. So I was behaving myself, and then William comes up and he's like, "So Saggy, you're gonna ask him if he's single?" And my jaw just dropped. I was like, "No, this man did not." And then everyone was like, he's having a kid, right? And we're all sitting there like, "Oh, this is awkward." So I was like, well,
Out in the open. Just wow.
yes, and I was like, so Wayne, well, we know you're not single, but like, is Ray Fisher single? And he's like, well, I think he is. I was like, there's a chance.
There you go.
But it was very awkward, and I can't look at Wayne the same again. So me and Wayne are like that awkward moment in our lives where
I
we just like
understand.
that happened. So
Yeah, but we
No, but
have
what I
been.
would
Either
what I
Wayne's
would
pretty
do,
cool, though.
what I would do, right?
No, Wayne's a good
right,
sport.
just get the guys, tell us. We're just gonna set up the stream for you, and we're just gonna let you just do free.
people always do that to me, and it's so we'll have a panel, and then they'll just decide to take everyone off but me and one guy, and just be like, all right, you Sag, you do your thing, and I'm just sitting there like, So now I just gotta make this person very awkward because that's what you're doing right now.
So
you gotta tell them to
Saggy,
stop that.
this is something that happens commonly when meeting an actor from a thing. Is that what you're saying? Typically, like you'll hit on them in some way.
No, anybody.
Anybody. I see.
Anybody.
So it's because I'm not verified? Is that why that never happened? But I feel like cosplaying as a circular saw.
I mean, same.
I think for the record, I think for the record, Ray, when you came on the first time, we were already talking about that kind of level of stuff anyway, so it didn't really seem like it was going to do anything to.
It wouldn't matter if you were hitting on me. I would have been oblivious. That's the story of my life.
Well, there you go.
I'm absolutely.
She's like, "How you doing, Ray?"
I never ever know. I just don't. You know.
How you doing?
Yeah, I don't see, and I don't. You know, I'm just. If you asked me that, I'd be like, "I'm fine. How are you?" You know, I don't. You know, just useless.
Yeah,
useless.
but she also asked Zach which knife to throw at her husband. So I don't know what that really matters.
Well, okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that last stream, Ray, but that was something.
Funny.
She literally asked Zach because Zach had done the Stephen Colbert Late Show thing.
Right.
And he had thrown knives at that Stephen. So Amanda goes, "So what knife should I throw at my husband?"
Wow.
And he said rubber as a joke. Like, and then later on, Nana asked him, how would you do if you were in the zombie apocalypse? And Zach reaches next to him and pulls out a knife, a huge like Bowie knife, and holds it up to the camera. So then I think it was Alex Lobo. He then took the clips and put, what knife should I throw at Steven?
The big Bowie knife.
And put it together.
Wow.
And it literally looks like he's saying, throw this awful thing.
Use this knife.
Editing, I tell you.
But also then Zach got up and he pulled a knife that was like strapped under a table out. So there was that.
Yeah, a variety.
I would not break into that man's, like, don't break into his house. Don't fuck with him.
I have broadswords.
Right.
That's
Listen,
always an arresting
the simple
thing.
answer for anyone to say, how would you survive the zombie apocalypse? Be faster than everybody else. Really that simple, guys.
That's the whole deal. You know, if you really, the people who talk about like
Costco.
surviving the zombie apocalypse, it's like how fast can you run and for how long? Because really that's kind of what it's about. And then, you know, and are they slow moving zombies or are they quick ones or, you know?
I don't know. Whenever somebody asks me how would you survive zombie apocalypse, I just say, who's talking about surviving anything?
Wow. Oh, there's no surviving. I'm taking everybody I can out. Like, let's on. I rule this world. I am the alpha. Let's go.
She's like the forever purge.
Right? I'm
Welcome
like, yes.
to the United States of Saggy.
Yes. Where's my hair?
I'll just go. I'm just gonna go find a Costco that's not in New Jersey because New Jersey Costco does not have alcohol, and that will become my place.
Just stay drunk for the zombie apocalypse.
Well, also to be full of food. You know, it's got food, it's got bedding, it's got toys. It's like it's got guns. You know. So it got ammo.
Yeah, you have to make sure that you have enough gas to actually drive out of New Jersey because otherwise you're screwed. Because you guys cannot pump your own gas.
Going to Jersey during the apocalypse kind of redundant?
No, I was saying out of Jersey. She needs to drive out of Jersey, but they can't pump their own gas. It's illegal. So
listen,
that's true in Oregon as well. You can't pump your own gas.
Listen.
Boy, we're covering all the important stuff here.
If there is apocalypse, don't worry. I will pump my own gas. I don't care what Jersey or Oregon or fuck all says. I'll do it.
Wow, you are a rebel.
I will pump my own gas and then cut to the scene. Nana, do you think you could?
No, I figured out how to do it on my own after that one time she tried. Nana was so proud. She came from a whole ass different country and was the first one to teach me how to pump gas.
Nice.
Because I went to see her in Detroit when she lived there, and she took pictures of me to send to my dad. Of me pumping. Nice. It was so funny, but at the same time.
Well, I should probably actually do some work here. But I wanted to come and say hi because I see. It's funny. It's like all the women here. I see daily the slings and arrows that you guys have to deal with, and you always handle it with grace and strength and power, and that's good. I'm sorry that some people have to act a fool, but people do. So y'all rock. And,
We're leather.
We love you too.
I actually have a quick question for you, Ray, before you leave.
I will answer whatever the hell you want to know, Tiff.
I appreciate that. I know that since I've been off for like the last week and a half, I've been, healing. And so I've been binging a lot of shows, and I'm talking a lot. I watched all of Death Note. I watched Shadow and Bone. I just watched The Haunting of Hill House, The Haunting of Bly Manor. There's like all these shows. So is there anything in your downtime that you're enjoying either watching, whether it be movies, TV shows, binging?
God, what did I just watch? Well, I've been staying abreast of Line of Duty. I love that show.
Nice.
I did watch The Nevers. I enjoyed it for what it was, but it really solidified for me that there is a real flavor associated with that particular creator, and that's what you're going to get. Yeah. But it was fine in that context. It was great. Shadow and Bone, I really enjoyed. Wanted to be in it, please.
Yeah.
Next season.
It was the bad guy from Westworld. I was like,
Prince Caspian, first and foremost, you uncultured swine.
Right. So yeah, just a lot of a variety of different things, and then I also have a kind of a, I guess it's a guilty pleasure. I have kind of a soft spot for British panel shows, chat shows like Mock the Week, QI, 8 out of 10 Cats, and that, and I've got the guitars out and working on trad arrangements and all of that. I'm starting to play again, which is great. I'm a massive fan of trad music, Jess. Sorry.
Awesome.
If you
Why are you
haven't,
saying
if
sorry?
you,
That's not a bad thing.
I have not watched the Bo Burnham thing, but I really want to.
I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen him live, and I can say he's absolutely fucking hysterical. So if you have a chance to watch Bo Burnham, do it.
Yeah, I want to see it. And then I've just been busy as hell. I've been a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, and it's all working from home. So just audiobooks slinging for days. Also did some work in the audio play of Elf Quest that's coming out, and stuff like that. So it's been a lot of work for me, Tiff, but I have watched.
And I figured that. I was just saying, like, on any downtime, if you had any. Because I never have this much time.
Oh yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, it's got to be different for you. With have you been restless?
That's what having kids is for. They can do the work for you now.
Well, the 19-year-old works 40 hours. Then we also have split schedules in the summer for both the other boys, and so I tried getting some work done yesterday, and my hand just swelled up, and I think it was because it was hanging down in the sling. And I was like, oh, probably not a good thing. Go back to icing it.
Also, if you want to have absolutely zero time in the day, have a kid.
Yeah.
Or a few.
Don't you have four? Don't you have 4 children, Tiff?
Yeah.
Gosh.
4 kids and 2 dogs.
Tiff, you gotta look after yourself. Come on.
I know. And I have fun.
If you ever need to think a reason to if you feel guilty about asking your kids to do things for you, just think of my mother's immortal words: "Throw your own help." You did. They're your help.
I love that.
Do you need me, or actually, this is probably more a question for Enosh. Do you need an occasional, very loud reminder from me of stop doing stuff. Sit down. Would that help?
That might help, actually.
Rest your arm. I'm not verified.
We need to start that hashtag. I'm not verified. See if that
Yeah.
No, anti-verification shall be mine.
Verify dark side.
No, I
And I
don't.
was saying
Couldn't care less.
anti-verification equation or something like that.
Nah, it's like whatever. It's here you go. Come on. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night. It was
Thank
lovely
you,
to see
too.
you all.
You too,
Lovely.
Ray. Take
You
I
too.
look
care.
forward to next time.
Yes.
All right.
I'm
We'll see you around.
Here.
Bye.
Bye.
Rest your arm out.
Thanks.
Man.
Joey, we did not give you permission to leave the naughty step.
Better than the P corner.
Huh?
I said better than the P corner. I can't remember what show that is now that I've said it out loud.
But Tiff, since you asked about shows, I know Cole was really excited about, and I hope I get to start it. this week.
Ragnarok is so
Ragnarok.
good.
Nice.
It's
I
so
heard it. I
so
heard.
it's a little like you might find that the audio is a bit off because it's originally done in Norwegian or Icelandic. I don't know what's the language. Anyway, and then the actors dub over it speaking English. So sometimes the closed captioning and the voices are off, but it doesn't matter. The story's so good. It's so good. I even cosplayed the main character like girl version because you know what I mean. But it's like Nana has to watch it because I need someone to fucking talk about it too. No one around me's watched it yet.
That's why my son made me watch Death Note because he wanted to make a bunch of like
Death
things
Note
he would
is so
say out
good.
loud, and then all of a
That
sudden
was
he's
so
like,
good.
"You're not going to get it."
It's like only 12 episodes long, the 2 seasons of Ragnarok, and it was funny because it's like I always rewatch the seasons prior when I watch the new season of a show, and the second season just came out, and I said to myself, okay, I'll watch a few episodes tonight of season 1, and then I'll start season 2 in a few days. And I ended up staying up past like 6 o'clock in the morning and watched the whole first season, 2 episodes of the second season. By the time I was ready for bed, it was time to drive my little brother to work. I was like, oh, fuck me. It's so good.
Yeah, definitely. Death Note is great. I like that. To me, like I love that story. So
Oh my
So
God.
do I. By the end, I was kind of sad because I wanted Kira to
Oh
win.
yes,
Oh,
love that,
Oh,
Saggy.
we have
I
a
know.
voter. Hi, baby.
well, see, all right. Now I have
Yeah.
to ask. Now that we're on the topic, has anyone seen the Netflix version?
Boo! Let's
yeah.
I
Don't
know.
ruin it.
I know.
The only
It's
thing
trash.
that I liked about that picture-wise was that Ryuk looked awesome to me.
Oh,
Yes.
what?
Other than that,
God.
do not
Ryuk
ruin
is
it.
fucking perfect.
Pause.
Literally, like when they announced him, I was like, "Oh my God, that is perfection!" Like,
Listen,
he's literally him.
Death Note is my all-time favorite anime, and I
Yeah, me too.
I
Same with Isaac.
cosplayed as Elle and everything. Like I love this show.
Yes.
So here's the thing, right? I knew it was gonna be garbage, but I had to watch it as a fan, and the only way I could get through it.
Chelsea, what is wrong with you?
Well,
Oh my goodness.
I watched it, but like, cause like I wanted to see it.
It was a parody. That's the whole thing I did in my head. This is a
Watched
parody.
the shit out of it.
Oh
Like,
no, it's not even that. It's just they did everything backwards. They made Light so
little-
dumb.
Mhm.
The only
yeah,
they,
He was
they
very
had
smart.
they had one
that's not gonna
scene.
work.
They had one scene that was like, oh, he might be smart. But then the whole show, the whole rest of it, he was dumb. I had to look at this like I'm watching a parody, and that's the only way I could get it was a parody for me.
I hate to say it like this,
if
but the
you
fact
like-
that what?
If you like Death Note, I totally 100% recommend the anime called Code Geass. It's
okay.
full series is on Netflix. It's fucking it's one of my top 10 favorites now, and I love it. It's so
Text
good.
the name of
And
that, however you said that, in our group afterwards, and I'll check that out because I
It's-
love Death
Your
Note.
your son will like it too if he hasn't seen it.
Awesome. If he hasn't,
But,
then we'll watch it
Code
together.
Geass, a good one.
And it's basically it ends the way I think that Death Note should have.
Ah.
Okay.
If you want a good live action Death Note movie, Japan made three.
Yeah.
I think that they made a fourth one. I didn't even see the last one, but they made 3 good Death Note live actions. The first 2 are very good.
Has anyone seen the Full Metal Alchemist movie live action? It looks so good. Like I haven't watched it yet, but it looks so good.
So
I haven't
I
seen the
so
show.
I did on Netflix, and the funny thing is, we turned on the the what we thought was like closed caption, but it was actually for the audio for people who are hearing impaired. And watching it, after we first started listening to it and realized it, we're like, dude, we have to watch this whole movie with this audio on because it was so hilarious. You have to watch it with closed caption on. But it was actually surprisingly not bad. I enjoyed it.
It looks really good. I also have to get around to seeing what if I've heard mixed reviews about the live action Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan's my favorite anime, but the live action just looks like it's funny.
No,
Cool.
so,
People are in the chat are asking you the name of the anime if you can text it into.
Sure.
So I will say the Attack on Titan live action. I have seen it, and you're gonna be disappointed.
I'm not. I have no expectation. You know, honey, I watched the Dragon Ball Z live action. Nothing will ever disappoint me as much. I've seen The Last Airbender. Okay, there's nothing more disappointing.
Cole, I will tell you the action in the Titans, like at the surface, it does look visually beautiful. Like it does visually look beautiful, but they do this thing that I don't know why Japan's doing it all of a sudden now, but Japan's even starting to adopt like our culture where we take these things and just change them for no goddamn reason. Like, I'm sorry, but why? They changed the characters so dramatically that they're not even the same characters anymore. And they did this in Attack on Titan too as well. And I'm sitting there like,
don't tell
why?
me. Did they change Levi?
It was Levi.
He's
No,
he's the love of my life. So like he's one of the loves of my life. So
if I recall from watching it, I don't think they changed him, but I didn't see much of him. But Mikasa was like the way they portrayed her. Awful.
A bimbo?
No, it was just really like she was like very stoic and very super serious. And I know that's like her character, but like she didn't give a crap about anything, like at all, anything or anyone.
Aaron's about to get shot at. Okay,
right? She did not even give a crap about Aaron, and I'm like, why are you doing this? This is not the story. I don't understand. I was very confused. I'm still confused, but yes, I mean it's a good watch.
That'd be a good move if Zach wanted to do anime live action. I think he would kill Attack on Titan.
I think he would do good on like any anime and
but
live
Attack on Titan is a convoluted story that I think would fit his interests.
That's
like I've read the manga and I've watched all of the anime, so it gets weird. But good weird.
I think my issue is like it's just I have a hard time finding any live action based on anime good, personally. That said, like if Zach was to take on something, I would definitely want to at least, give it a shot and see it. But I also feel like Zach is the type of director who would take his liberties with the stuff, so like make sure that because not all anime translates well into live action. It's just not
there's a Japanese show of Sailor Moon live action that I have a love for that I can't help. Like I watched it when I was like 14. I love it, and I'll still rewatch it. It looks like Power Rangers, and it's lame, but I love it. But yeah, anime and
Bone was just awesome.
It's so good. I'm a big fan of the books, and I was very, very happy. And also, the author is cameoed in the show, which I loved as well. And she was a disabled Grisha because she's disabled in real life, so it was really cute because they made her a kefta and then gave her a cane that looked sort of like Kaz's cane but different, so that because she walks with a cane, so that way she could blend in better. When they present her Alina to the king, and the first person to approach her and hug her is a woman that's blonde with a purple kefta on, and that's Leigh Bardugo, the author. But I do want more of my crows. I need more of my crows, just saying.
I enjoyed the show.
To see how they're going to go into the next season.
It'll be interesting. I would really like them to change a lot of the book really for the next few seasons, because the first book is okay, but like this is what gets you interested. And that, but like, I hate how it ends. I hate the end game couple. It just ends on a bad note. But then the Crows books, which technically come after that, they're 2 books, and they are so freaking good. Like, they're in the same world, they're in everything, and they're not taking place parallel. They're taking place afterwards. In the books, they never meet Alina, which flips that change in the show. And I just love them so much. They're so good. And then there's 2 more books that are out in that universe, but then there's a one she just put out that takes place in Boston, I think, actually, called The Ninth House, and it's about secret societies in a college town, and it's got like supernatural stuff, and it's her first adult novel, and it's so good. And she wrote something else. She wrote a DC novel that was really fucking good, and I forget what it was called, but still, she's an amazing writer. It's just the first 3 books, like, they're good, and the world is good, but you'll see what I mean. It's growing pains. There's growing pains with them.
Yeah. The newest thing that I'm waiting for is because I started it and then Enosh said he actually wanted to see it, so I'm waiting for him or rewatching him, is Altered Carbon. I know it's an older one, but that one is actually, so far at least.
That didn't really grab me. I mean, usually I'm into sci-fi, but that didn't grab me.
I just like the guy who plays the main character who was in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Because it kind of reminds me of like The Matrix and like Judge Dredd and stuff like that. So I'm interested to see where it goes.
Oh shit! It's 9:08. No, I didn't realize we've been on for over 2 hours.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we've been having fun.
I think it's this might be a good note to close off today's stream.
Heck yeah. We'll have to just start the time off next time, just talking about this kind of stuff, what we've watched, binge, what we're looking forward to.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm starting a book club.
It was wonderful having you ladies on here too. So much fun.
Oh wait, hold. There's this guy in the chat. I think he's spamming a lot. Poindexter Lounge. You need to calm down.
Simmer down now.
Simmer down in the chat, Poindexter Lounge. Jeez, come on.
Put him on a timeout.
Yeah, he needs a timeout for sure.
It's okay. Tiff is a moderator now. She can put him on a timeout.
Hey, my favorite one is they had people spamming our channel once, and like if Enosh says something, like within like 5 minutes, someone will like pop in our channel as that name, and he mentioned something about being a pastor, and so someone came in as the Lord, but they were literally spamming the chat, and I had to time them out, and I laughed my butt off because it said Tiff-tastic timed out the Lord.
I was watching.
I'm like, I'm sorry, I had to.
When I was watching Enosh one night, and I was like texting Tiff, I was like, "Please make me a mod. I'm losing my fucking mind."
I couldn't do it, so I'm like, Enosh, you need to hurry and make Cole a mod
before I get swingy in there, because there were some people that were just like
that was the night too. So yeah,
that's
but I noticed that he was during that night, especially where he said something about like a certain actor, and all of a sudden someone made a YouTube account as that actor and came into the chat. It's like, what the
yeah.
That night was wild. I was there for that too. It's like every time, like we do it sometimes on purpose too. I'll be like, oh, I wonder if Tupac's gonna show up, and then Tupac shows up, and you're just like, ah,
Tupac and Elvis.
What to do?
Oh God!
Enosh just said, "Saggy, you don't tell me what to do."
You don't tell me what to do.
Listen, I'm wearing leather.
I was here before you. I'll be here after you, girl.
Leather. You don't scare me. I'm wearing leather, bro. Let's go. Well, exactly.
Right. So let's close this stream before it goes off the rails again.
It's off the rails.
It was never on the rails.
So I still need to make cards for our new members, but this is where you can find the usual suspects. This is where you can find Tiff. This is where I feel like I forgot something. Anyway, this is where you can find Rachel. That's where you can find us, but I hope you know that already. It's kind of easy.
I mean, if you're here and you don't know where to find us, there's something really wrong. But
You
let's
can
not talk
find
about that.
you can find Saggy as Saggy Melons. Make sure it's as with a Z for the love
Yes,
of Christ.
or you're gonna find different names, literally and metaphorically.
And you can find Sabrina under Nightwanes, and Jessica is Jessica with a K. And we have everyone tagged on our on our social media in general. So
Yes. Any parting words, ladies?
Y'all rock. Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Thank you for having me. This was great.
All right, awesome. So that's League of Mayhem.